Awesome date, January 12th, 2009. Awesome topic, it's the 2008 OSMawards. Yay!
Oh, yay! Boom! Shh, fireworks.
This is the OSMcast. Hey folks, it's the OSMcast, and we're not quite sure if you'll be able to hear us this time. I'm Basil.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Lee.
Yeah, for some reason, the microphone isn't working quite right, or we don't have a setting set correctly, but the recording's been coming in very, very softly. So hopefully Nabito can mess with it and actually make it this listenable.
We're hoping.
Go, James. Go.
Do it, James.
I've also got a sinus infection, so bear with me. We figured, hey, 08's been a big year, even for us, especially since we started a podcast, kept it going, we've been to a couple conventions, occasionally we get an email here and there, though we could use more.
More emails.
More emails, more voicemails, more comments in the comic section.
In fact, we're gonna do a contest right now for the month of January and February. How do you enter? You send us an email, or leave us a voicemail, or post in the comment section.
Oh, even in the comment section?
You don't count, Kevin. You can't do it.
Well, no. Members of the actual OSMcast, whether they're the OSMcast main members or Awesome Reserves, well, you certainly can post, emails and comments and whatnot. You don't qualify.
Some restrictions apply. See back label for details.
Guarantee void in Tennessee.
Unless, you're in Tennessee, in which case we'll,
We'll let it slide.
We'll let it slide. The prize, I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll be something awesome, though.
Whoa, now there's motivation.
There you go. So I guess we should give you how to contact us. Of course, leave us a comment in the comment section of, any podcast. That's at the website, OSMcast.com, OSMcast. Or, leave us an email, awesomecast@gmail.com. Or you can also leave us a voicemail in the Awesome line. Area code 206-202-0071. Just let us know what you're thinking of how we're doing. Any ways that we think we can do better. Things you would like to see that we do come back. Having ideas for any special kind of things, segments we can do, let us know. It'll be great. So, with that, we'll move on to our current segment, The World of Awesome. Is Working Design's successor finally making a move? Writes Jeremy Parrish of OneUp.com. You see, there was this place called Working Designs. It was by Vic Ireland.
Put out stuff like Lunar and stuff over here.
Yeah, Pop Mail. A lot of Sega CD stuff. It was, he would take the quirky Japanese RPGs that were,
Quirky and Japanese.
And move them to America and drastically change them. By, instead of Japanese jokes, he'll use, Bill Clinton jokes and fart jokes.
And Wheaties brand jokes.
How is that changing it from the Japanese?
How many Bill Clinton jokes have you heard from a Japanese man?
Only 3.
Yeah, only 3.
Well, this one at least had 12.
Okay.
So apparently, and after a few years ago, Working Designs closed down shop. Mostly because people like Nippon Ichi and Atlas were also putting out the quirky JRPGs and most of the quirky ones are actually made by the Deponce and Atlas home offices, so they were getting first dibs, and Organ Designs was not quite getting the good stuff anymore, and so they shut down work. But he decided pretty quickly afterwards, it shut down, to open up a new studio known as Gaijin Works. And then for years we heard nothing. But just recently, he's apparently popped up on the old NeoGAF and said, "Hey, I'm going to make an announcement in the next few months."
So, sometime in the future, there may be news here.
That's right.
Till then, there's
Well, I mean, there is interesting, stuff out there, especially the advent of the DS. What we don't realize is that there actually is a lot of DS RPGs that are quirky in Japanese that actually haven't made it over to the US yet.
Oh, I realize.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so like Somabringer. And
Somabringer! Oh my god, somebody bring Somabringer to the United States.
Tell me what this is.
It's an awesome J-action RPG that I've played, but I don't understand anything about it because it's in Moon language.
Yes.
So,
Is it like Secret of Mana-esque?
sort of. Actually, not really, but sort of.
Mm.
In that they were both J-action RPGs.
So, yeah, there you go. So, we wish you luck, Mr. Ireland.
Yes, especially if you're bringing Somabringer over.
We wish you all the luck in the world.
And, in some not awesome news, how about, Fox deciding that they're going to sue the Watchmen, WB, and they're trying to fight for a delay of the Watchmen movie.
Why is this now? Why are they doing this?
Okay, Fox apparently owned a big block of rights to things, and one of them is something called The Watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a bunch of legal hullabaloo that it's very complicated from what I understand, but basically the WB says that that's not the Watchmen of Alan Moore's comic book.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a different movie entitled The Watchmen. But on Christmas Eve, a judge ruled that in Fox's favor on an injunction to hold the release of the Watchmen movie. So, or something like that. Fox is currently fighting to keep the Watchmen movie out of theaters. No, it was that Fox has the sole right to distribute the Watchmen movie. So basically, they want Warner Brothers to hand them this tentpole summer fixture film for free after they spent like $300 million making it.
Man,
that's nuts.
This is totally nuts. It's totally crazy.
It's Fox being douches again.
Yeah, it's totally Fox.
And once they realize that it might be good, they'll just cancel it. We'll never get it anyway.
or they'll cut it to shit and back and like.
It's true, and then we'll have to wait for the movie to come. Oh wait,
the DVD.
It is the movie. So yeah, Dear Fox.
Dear Fox, suck a bunch of dicks. Signed the OSMcast guys, and also the guy I stole that from off Ain't Cool News.
Yeah.
And anyway,
so in the spirit of going over our favorite stuff from 2008, I pulled up the Metacritic's best and worst of 2008. In the best slot, according to Metacritic, the best reviewed video game was Grand Theft Auto 4. It got a 98 out of 100.
Yay.
What? GTA 4 was fun.
Yeah.
Get to run around, shoot guys, and actually had a decent story.
It wasn't the best game of this year, though.
It was a good game.
For some people, it might have been. And it was, I don't know.
Those people don't listen to podcasts.
Maybe they do. Maybe you just don't know. Maybe it could be the greatest game ever. Have you played it?
Yes. Well, you don't have much to say to that, do you?
Did you really play it?
I didn't beat it. I played it.
All right. Second up is Sony's wonderful best-selling game ever, only not really, Little Big Planet.
Yay for Little Big Planet, savior of the PS3 that's now the number one selling console, right? Right?
Is it?
No.
I was about to say, there's no way that little game. I mean, that game is fun as shit, but there's no way.
Fun as shit, but no way, yeah.
And sadly, it's not really selling that well just in general. It's a real shame.
Well, what is it Tycho said? Calling Little Big Planet a game is the same as calling a puzzle a picture. That you have to sit down and put it together before it becomes that.
Pretty much. There's some fun, playable, original content, but the main selling point of the game is the ability to build your own levels.
But as you get into it, like, there's a crap ton of actual stuff already built into it. Show you to play it, and from what I understand, a lot of the best levels are still the ones that they made. To show you how they make levels, because there's actually a fully platformer built into it. They're just giving you the same tools they used at the same time.
Well, it's fun as hell.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I played just a few levels.
Was that number 2?
That was number 2. It got a 95. Right coming up there is Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots.
Need to play that one day, maybe.
Well, you got to play the first 3 first.
Sons of the Geriatrics.
Because Metal 4 is great. Metal 4 is wonderful, gory. Not really gory. Well, sometimes gory. But it's more like overblown, like melodramatic action, yeah. But if you don't play 1, 2, or 3, you won't get any of it, because the entire story is built on the fact that it's bringing to a close all the story threads they started in 1, 2, and 3.
Until the next Metal Gear project comes out.
Oh, well, that's for the iPhone, and it's a touch-and-shoot game.
That's lame.
Yeah, especially when a certain someone told me that was going to be a 360 port of some sort of Metal Gear game.
It's what the internet told me. I blame Kotaku.
Whatever. Following that is it's a tie between BioShock on the PS3 and Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4. And let me tell you, I love me some Persona 4.
BioShock 360 port, LOL. I mean, PS3 port.
But
yeah, I liked it back when it was on the 360.
But still a really good game. And
it is a kick-ass game.
It does deserve to be good on both platforms if they can get it.
BioShock, you console whore.
No, what's kind of funny is number 5. It's a tie between Super Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii and Gears of War 2 on the 360.
Brawl just didn't have the legs that Melee had for me anyway. Like,
yeah, it was still awesome, but it just wasn't as redefiningly.
Yeah, I don't know why, I don't know how, but failed to capture me like Melee did. I mean, we were playing Melee up until Brawl came out, and me and Barry haven't busted out Brawl, and my roommate, for the people on the internet who don't know that, haven't busted out Brawl in ages, and I mean...
Well, I've always had a theory that the best game in a fighting game series tends to be the second one. I mean, if you look at it, what was the best Street Fighter everyone remembers? Street Fighter 2.
Well, that's because they only released Street Fighter 2 for like 10 years straight. It was
Street Fighter 2 Turbo,
well,
Street Fighter 2, the better one, the best one.
The one everyone really remembers of Mortal Kombat was Mortal Kombat 2. Was the one everyone
I remember Mortal Kombat 1, so nah.
But everyone remembers just for it to be, as far as the best in gameplay, was Mortal Kombat 2. And then, if you actually look at Soul Edge, which is the big game that everyone remembers now, Soul Calibur, which was technically its sequel. And what happens is that you take your fighting game, and the first game you've laid out all your basics and everything, you know how everything's supposed to work. The second one, they take their time to completely retool everything, throw out the stuff that didn't work, throw in, keep everything that did, and tune it and add all and stuff that works to make a brand new game. And guess what? It's leaps and bounds better than the first one because they've taken all that time from the first one to make the second one better. And it tends to happen a lot. I mean, if you look at the comparisons to Smash Brothers and Smash Brothers Melee, it's, night and day. Just this fact that one was 64 and one was on GameCube was one thing, but...
Like the fact that you can't infinitely throw people in Melee, like you could in the original.
Think about the character roster size, the maps, the amount of maps you could use, the inventiveness in all the maps and all this, all the trophies that you could earn, and...
Well, the big problem... I know I sound like an elitist prick when I say this, and I hate sounding like that, because I'm no Fox, no items, Final Destination guy here, but Brawl took what was already a simplistic, anyone-can-pick-it-up fighting game, and tried to make it even more simplistic, anyone-can-pick-it-up. Timings were slowed down to allow that. There's more powerful items that are completely random. Your characters just literally fall down sometimes, right? There's way too, Brawl, to me, is just too simple a game at times. And it's crazy to say that because there's so many characters and there's so many different moves and things you can do. But at the end of the day, Brawl just has way too much randomness and simplicity to it, while Melee you could refine.
And then, I don't know, it might also might be just us, because I know a lot of people who still play Brawl a lot.
That's true.
Like, I know a lot of people I know that, I don't get to talk to very much, but I've talked to occasionally. They still play Brawl. I know people come to my store who still play Brawl. I wonder maybe we just finally got warned of it.
Oh, it totally would have helped if your online didn't suck balls.
That's true.
Like if it was possible to play online matches, which it's not. The lag is so bad even now. And I've tried it on 3 different connections, so don't any of you fuckers email in how it's my pipe or whatever that's the problem. Because number one, your mom wasn't complaining about that pipe the other night. But oh yeah, I went there. Or your dad, if you don't have a mom.
We don't want you to feel left out.
We don't want you to feel you don't want to feel left out, so.
But, and then you also have Gears of War 2, which everyone complained that was just more of the same. And I heard a lot of complaints about Brawl being more of the same than Melee, just, little tweaks here and there.
Which was funny, because everybody would have bitched for a million years if they'd really changed the Brawl formula, and the Melee formula a huge amount.
Yeah.
We'd have heard endlessly about how they ruined it. So, just so you know, guys, we know what you would have said.
It's true.
Like that.
And coming up on 6 is yet another port. Chrono Trigger.
Yeah!
Which is also tied with Braid.
Chrono Trigger, fuck Braid. I mean, don't fuck Braid.
Braid was a great inventive idea, but it's nowhere near being able to touch the awesomeness that is Chrono Trigger.
Well, Braid's an interesting and excellent execution of a single idea.
Yes.
Chrono Trigger is one of the best RPGs of all time.
If not the best.
It's you really can't compare the two as far as this game versus this game. That's like comparing an apple to berries to tinned meat lasagna. One's a work of culinary art, the other one just a really good apple.
Wait, which one is which?
I'm not saying.
The tinned meat lasagna is the complicated RPG, and the apple is Braid, which is the one idea.
Well, that's what I would have naturally assumed, but the way he said one was a work of art.
Well, Braid's also a work of art. Well, a really good apple could be also a work of art. Anyways, moving on.
It could be a gold apple.
Yes.
Yeah. Or an apple that bestows time travel. Number 7 is The World of Goo on the Wii and PC.
The World of what?
Goo. World of Goo.
Never played it.
Hari plus Goo?
No, it's like you play a glob of goo.
Never heard of it.
It's one of the downloadable titles on the Wii. It's supposed to be incredibly good. I've heard nothing but good things from everyone I've ever talked to who's played the game. I just never had a chance to get started, mostly because my Wii's full of games I don't want to get rid of, and I can't, transfer it without being able to, get rid of them.
Is there anything you could buy to fix that?
No. We'd like to give you money, Nintendo. We'd love to pay you to fix this problem.
What the fuck?
But you don't want our money for this problem. You don't want it.
I thought by now they would have fixed it.
Their solution was to make it slightly easier to move stuff to the SD card. But you still can't run things off the SD card. All you can do is save it to the SD card. That still takes forever.
See, they're just worried about piracy if they allow you to play off the SD card. That's what they're worried about.
Well, can't you? No, never mind. I get into it.
There's also a rumor that the SD card slot in the Wii is actually very slow and actually wouldn't be able to capable of running games off of it. Which wouldn't surprise me that Nintendo didn't really anticipate the actual needs of their customers once in a while. But I'm sure the Wii 2.0 will solve that one.
But we'll have no headphone jack.
That's right.
And no controllers.
Anyways, moving on to number 8, Fallout 3.
Woot!
Fallout.
As well as Galactic Civilizations 2, Twilight of the Armor.
Never heard of it.
That's a Galactic Civilizations game. It's going to be one of those 4X, take forever. It's the kind of game that Barry likes.
Barry!
Man, Barry's got a lot of shout-outs today. We mentioned Barry several times on here.
Twice.
Ego grew 3 sizes that day.
What, berries?
Berries, 10 meat lasagna.
Oh, yeah, 3 times, you're right.
Yep.
I guess now 4. Anyways, number 9, Rock Band 2.
The seconding.
Yes. Wait, so Rock Band 2 beat out Guitar Hero World Tour?
Apparently.
Apparently Guitar Hero World Tour is not even on here, so fuck you, Activision.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Rock Band 2, I think, is an excellent example of where they took the Rock Band formula and then made lots and lots of improvements to it. You know, it's sort of it's its version of the fighting game.
Now give to me Rock Band Japan.
Yes.
Give to Eric.
You know, it's kind of funny, you know, with, you know, Konami suing everyone left and right over trying to, you know, about how they were the innovators of the music genre. Then they come up with Rock Revolution, which sucks. And now they're working with Activision to put out Guitar Hero, the arcade game.
Yep.
What? The arcade game?
Yeah,
Well, Guitar Hero paid them off years ago.
it's true.
Like, Guitar Hero paid them a one-time, like, here is our money to be allowed to make plastic guitar instruments fee.
Mm-hmm.
Also, weird that, you know, they did that, but now Konami's making games for them.
Yep.
So it's like, it's kind of a weird turnaround where Konami, who was the founder sort of the music game as we know it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, especially with Guitar Freaks and Drum Mania, and now they're sort of, you know, working for the other guys.
I wouldn't think you'd be able to, you know, patent a genre, but
You'd be surprised.
yes, I would.
And, you know, and finally rounding out the top 10 list is number 10, God of War, Chains of Olympus for the PSP. Tied with World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King.
Boo! Boo, Lich.
Boo!
I like Lich King. I just don't play it nearly enough because
Yeah.
I'm playing other games.
Too busy playing other things.
Like, because I really want to play with, like, you know, Carrie, Gwynrir, and Merrick and stuff. Tyrant.
So has the World of Warcraft just pretty much been sucked down to the last, you know?
It's
drop?
still got some fun stuff in it, but it's just, for me, 5 years, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Need something new?
I have no desire to... I mean, it's got new stuff. It's got a lot of fun new stuff, but
I mean something new as in a whole new system
yeah,
and everything.
it's like I have no desire to play any of my characters to 80. I'd like to play with a couple of people at 80, you know? Like, there's some great guys. What's up, Thyrend? That I'd love to play with at 80. Or I guess I should say Moko. You play Thyrend all the time now, but what's up, Moko? But, damn, do I not want to get there. And Bob, if Bob's listening, is supposed to be leveling my character. Instead, my character is completely respect with different gear on and dead. And no new levels.
That's what you get for letting Bob take control of your character for any length of time whatsoever. I don't know, I like Lich King. It's just a matter of I want to play these other games before I get back into it. And I just keep adding more other games to the pile.
So you will never get back to it.
Like, one of the games I actually do want to play is the God of War Chains of Olympus, which actually was an amazingly good God of War game on the PSP. But now, moving on to the worst games.
Now we're just gonna let's just reel these off.
Metacritic's worst games of 2008. Spogs Racing for the Wii. And Pong Toss, frat party games for the Wii. Beauty Factory for the PC. For number 2. Number 3 is Homie Rollers
Homie Rollers.
for the DS, which was a kart racing game based on urban youth. By homies for homies. I wish I was joking. For number 4, sorry, it's a tie between Jumper, Griffin's Story, and Racing Team Manager for the PC.
Jumper Griffin Story.
What was that?
Jumper was a really crappy movie.
Jumper was a crappy movie that got a crappy movie tie-in novel called Jumper Griffin Story. And that's actually what the game is based off of, is the crappy movie tie-in novel.
2 points removed.
And they got 28 for the Wii, for example. And number 5 is Jumper Griffin's Story, which got number 20. Edit that out, James. A total score of 29 on the 360.
So it's on the list for...
One more point.
So it's on the list twice.
It's on this twice. It's that bad. And Game Party 2 for the Wii, as well as Beatin' Groovy for the 360. Eric knows all about Beatin' Groovy.
Oh, Beatin' Groovy. Beat and Groovy is like the bastard child of poppin' music. If anyone actually likes music, like beat money games, don't download that. You'll just cry. The biggest problem with the game is actually the fact that the timing is really terrible. Like,
and it looks like it's made in Flash.
Yeah.
It was obviously they knew what they were supposed to be doing, and then didn't bother to actually do it.
Mm.
And then we had George in the Jungle and the search for the secret.
Jesus Christ! How does George in the Jungle get a video game right now?
Yeah, has there been a movie that I haven't heard about?
No, it's the search for the secret. The secret to what?
The secret to why it gets the video game right now.
Oh, obviously, my bad. I'm sorry.
Like...
That was for the PS2. Then they had Women's Volleyball Championship for the PS2. They now said Vampire Reign Altered Species on the PS3, which is a port of a really crappy game called Vampire Reign on 360, where they thought, let's make a stealth game, but if you break stealth for any moment in time, you lose. And that's the whole game. The idea is that you're supposed to be killing these vampires, but the vampires are way stronger and better and faster in every way imaginable. So you have to go to just one point to be able to kill them each time. And if you screw up at all, in any way, at all, the vampires are going to kill you. It's a really, 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 really incredibly brutal stealth game that was really, really crappy. And also, Forward Racing Off-Road, which is on the Wii, and Crazy Mouse on 360. Look what Crazy Mouse is. Number 7 is Toy Shop on the DS, and Rapala Fishing Frenzy 09 for the PS2. Number 8 is Falling Stars on the PS2. Best of Test DS. Now that's on the PS2 as well, go figure.
Best of Tests?
It's like it's sort of like a brain age thing, but like without the fun parts of like doing anything.
Well, in the name it says Best of Test DS, but it says it's on the PS2, so it's, I don't know if they typoed in one of the two names, but
I think Best of Test is on PS2.
Anyways, also Iron Man on the PC.
Sad.
And Code of Honor 2 Conspiracy Island also on the PC. Number 9 is Target Terror for the Wii, which was a port of an old point-and-shoot game. Kind of like House of the Dead, but not any good. As well as The Incredible Hulk on the PC. And number 10 is Jackass the Game, got a 34 on the PC. And King of Clubs, which was a really crappy yet edgy golf game for the Wii.
God, guys, like the Wii is on this worst list like a million times.
You know, it's a lot of it's the Wii, the DS, or the PC.
Or the PS2.
Yeah.
Or the PS2. And a lot of it is because it's the cheapest common denominators.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these actually are based off stuff like, especially when the Wii first came out, in Sony of Europe, they had really, really, really lax like standards. They didn't care what kind of game you put out as long as you paid the money. And so there were these companies that would make a bunch of really crappy video games they would sell for dirt cheap to make a buck. And when the Wii came out, Nintendo was so starved for money after the GameCube didn't work out, they also had really low, lax stats, you know, to do these things. And so they were like, woohoo! So they made a bunch of quick ports of all these really crappy PS2 games and shoved them out into America on the Wii. And so the Wii is now known for this pure glut of really, really crappy games. And a lot of times people are like, because a lot of parents, they don't care if the game's good or not.
They're just like, oh, a game
Oh,
for
it's
the children.
cheap, they can waggle the Wii remote around and have fun. Okay, I'll buy it. And they don't care if it's good or not. It's why things like, you hear things like World of Goo. You didn't hear about it. Mushroom Men. You didn't hear about it. These were interesting, innovative games on the Wii that no one knew about because they're filled with so much crap they never come to the top.
Yeah, kids are busy playing ball in the puncher on in the ball. I completely fucked that up.
That's okay. Homie rollers! Done.
Yeah. And that's what we got for
Metacritic.
And I think that's it for as far as news. The rest is up as let's talk about what we like. Our own top lists. It's the 2008 Awesome Awards.
Yay! We totally didn't steal this from Penny Arcade or any other awards show ever.
That's right. That's brought to you by the Anime World Order podcast. Because we probably played a promo to help fill up time. Yeah! Power to the players.
Anime World Order, filled with electrolytes.
Powerful anime electrolytes.
The little Japanese ones. They're really rambunctious.
Not really. They're like little nerdy ones.
Little
tall nerdy ones. And
female nerdy ones.
Female nerdy ones.
Female nerdy ones.
Some as big as your head. So, okay. We really have no set rhyme or reason to the Awesome Awards. And that we're really just going to talk about the stuff that we like that happened to come out in 2008.
Yes.
Was a pretty good year for video games. I'll give it that.
Yep, a lot of good stuff.
What I've got is, I'll give you my 3 tiers. I made up a list of 10 games I broke up into 3 tiers. These are my favorite games of 2008. Then both these other yahoos will give me their top picks, and then I have some other games I want to talk about but didn't actually make my list.
Or we'll yell over Basil, either way.
Yeah, do it.
That's whatever. And the reason why I put mine to tiers instead of actually 1 through 10 or whatever was because, some of these I couldn't decide which one I actually liked more. So, my top 2 favorite games I think I played in 2008 was a tie between Persona 4 and World Ends With You. I really couldn't, in good conscience, give Persona 4 the very, very top yet, even though I'm really, really, really having fun with it.
Because you haven't beaten
Because I haven't beaten it yet. I'm only, a third of the way through the game, if that. And for all I know, through the second half, it can suddenly get really, really crappy, and I don't know. And I don't want to say, hey, this is the best game ever, and then find out halfway through, oh, it turned out to be crap. That would suck. But right now, it's really, really awesome.
The World Ends With You is totally awesome. I think we did a whole OSMcast on The World Ends With You.
Yes, we did.
We did, and it's possibly the most fun I've had playing a video game this year.
Yes.
Just the actual interaction of playing the game and fighting the battles was possibly the most fun I've had doing it.
And it was so different. That's what was so great about it.
It was different. It was interesting. When you learned how to make it work, everything worked perfectly.
If you were insane and ambidextrous, you could actually play both screens at once.
Yes.
Which was crazy.
None
of us ever actually really did that. But
I did a little bit.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of it being set in Shibuya. I've always thought the various, cultural centers in downtown, and various places in Tokyo are really interesting. And to see that as a setting of a video game really, really, really jived with what stuff I'm interested in. And Sword of Persona 4's got that same thing, but set in rural Japan. And also, both, I think, had, the best soundtracks of 08. I really have a problem discerning which soundtrack I actually like more. But both of them...
World Ends With You has a pretty bitchin' soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's probably my number one soundtrack this year.
It's got more variety to it in Persona 4, but some of the songs in Persona 4 I like more than a lot of the songs in World Ends With You. So it's really a toss-up for me. I still have both on my Zune and listen to them all the time. So.
Oh man, I was just so happy that you could collect those little discs and actually play with it, whatever music you wanted. And
yeah,
I would sometimes bust open my DS when I was playing and just go, I want to listen to this sound.
So definitely some top tier games there.
Mm-hmm.
Then my tier 2 was I kicked off with Burnout Paradise, which is quite possibly the best racing game of 2008.
Neither me nor Lee care.
Yeah,
I don't think we care.
I think I'm the only arcade racer fan in our group, which is sad because arcade racers
James. James likes realistic racers.
He likes realistic racers, not arcade racers.
Yeah.
And Burnout was just some of the most fun I had, just racing around, driving in the city, pulling off crazy stunts. I really remember back when it first came out, a lot of the folks in the forum Talking Time, which I occasionally post at, we would just get together and just drive and just do just crazy crap. And I can still now get on Xbox, hop on Xbox Live, and still have play with people. And they're doing a really good job of adding more things to it. Just this year, they added motorcycles, an entire actual progression path. And this one, you get a license as you beat races and get more access to more cars. They added a brand new progression pack just for motorcycles.
Awesome.
Entirely separate. They added a day and night cycle to the game.
And
then this year, they're going to be, in 2009, they're still adding more stuff. They're adding a bunch of new cars. The first one's going to be this car that looks like a DeLorean.
Awesome.
That when you reach 88 miles per hour, it's going to start hovering.
Whoa.
And actually, like, leave streaks of flame behind it.
okay, well, that's pretty awesome.
That's
well
pretty
as-
bitchin'.
And apparently, one of the cars they're doing is going to go so fast, they completely rebuilt their entire physics engine of the entire game just to compensate for these new cars.
Man, they need to put the Ghostbuster mobile in there.
They might. I mean, we don't know all the cars that they're putting in there. So it's,
Ecto 1 or
and
whatever.
they're talking about
Yeah, Ecto
eventually
1.
putting planes, like airplanes in this game, that you can fly around in.
In Burnout Paradise?
Yeah. Like, they're doing some crazy stuff, man. It's nuts.
Is this all for, are all these upgrades for free?
All the ones that are currently, yes. I believe the cars and the new island they're making are going to be paid.
Right.
But they'll probably still be pretty cheap. And still, I mean, you can buy the game new right now for $30. And, you know, it's good stuff. The second one I picked is, unfortunately, another game that only I've played because someone hasn't started it yet. It was the RPG Lost Odyssey.
Oh, I haven't. You're not looking at me. You're looking at Susie.
I'm looking at Lee.
Oh,
Well,
doesn't Susie have your copy?
Susie Douglas does have my copy. And Lee's copy is right there, sitting with
Oh,
propping
hey,
up
it's
the
a
microphone
microphone
right
stand.
now.
Yeah.
That he's owned for months and is yet to actually, you know,
Look,
get going.
Lee's girl is playing Persona 4, and that means Lee gets to copy Phil while laying there playing Persona 4, watching her play it. So I understand perfect, or maybe he's playing it. Fuck, I don't know. So
not yet.
So maybe there's better priorities here than playing Lost Odyssey. Maybe feeling up on his girlfriend is more important. I'm just saying.
Why did he pick Vesperia first?
Because Susie's a girl and you're a guy.
And Suze also was interested in Vesperia
Vesperia.
until she saw me playing it and didn't like the characters after 5 minutes without giving them a chance.
But anyways, Lost Odyssey is an awesome RPG.
This is like where everyone can hear it. I'm in big trouble now. I meant, shit. I'm in trouble. Okay, let's move on.
Moving on. from
Lost
Lee's
Odyssey
misfortune.
is...
I guess you're not going to move in. Maybe now you can start Lost Odyssey.
Which is a really, it's one of the best like classic style JRPGs that's been given a next gen treatment.
Mm-hmm.
It's by Hiro Sakaguchi, the guy who did Final Fantasies 1 through 10, and it really is Final Fantasy 11 the way it should have been. It's got, you know, Uematsu wrote the score, and it's really good. But sadly, I have no one else to talk about it with, so
There'll come a day.
I guess I'll move on to Tales of Vesperia,
Yay!
which Douglas insisted we must talk about on the podcast.
Yay!
Because Douglas is too sick to come on to
Tales
herself.
of Vesperia is a great JRPG, action RPG. It's a fun game. I haven't actually played most of it. I played a little bit because I hate the Tales system, and I feel really bad because it's a great story. It's great characters.
Well, you can't do anything about what you hate, so.
You know.
But I really like it. The story isn't as much as the driving point to me as the characters. They're just awesome characters, and I don't know. It's just a real nice feeling going around and exploring the world and having all this neat. Oh, stuff's always happening. It's great, and they have the Tales standards like the skits and stuff, and all the characters interact and I can't make coherent sense out of it, but it's a good game.
Well, Vesperia is a really good game. It is it is in my tier 2 of my second favorite video games I've played this year. I don't want to get the wrong idea that I didn't like Vesperia. I liked it a lot. I played it. I beat it after playing and beat Lost Odyssey.
Gotta throw that in there.
And it is really fun. Now, I do feel that the third act is incredibly lacking compared to the pretty darn good, first act and the really, really freaking good second act. And the third act just really felt tacked on in comparison, but it is a really, really, really fun game. And definitely, if you need, some RPGs on your 360, either Lost Odyssey or Tales of Vesperia will fit the bill.
And you've already got 2 more good RPGs on the 360 than you had on the Xbox, so...
Not true. There was Knights of the Republic and Knights of the Republic 2.
Ah.
Thankfully, my Tier 3 starts out with Fable 2. Yet another good RPG on the 360.
No, Fable 2 is not an RPG.
It's an action RPG.
It's an action RPG the way Zelda's an action RPG, and Zelda's not an action RPG.
Okay, it's an adventure game. Whatever.
It's an adventure game.
Well, it's a really fun adventure
game. It has
game.
RPG elements, but it's not a
de facto RPG.
It looks pretty cool. You look really stupid doing the emoticons, but other than that, it looks a really fun game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we'll probably have an actual podcast about it later on, probably once we grab Douglas back, and because I think both me and her both beat it.
I can serve as the unknowing question guy to bounce off with. I don't know, but or you could get somebody else who's played it.
The other game the other few were Apollo Justice, which is the next game of the Ace Attorney or Gakugan Saibon series on DS from Capcom.
It's the one I enjoyed most out of the whole series. Well, the third one had some really great revelations at the end.
Yeah, Apollo Justice is the new series that's the sequel to Phoenix Wright.
No, the first Phoenix Wright game was still the best.
The first Phoenix Wright game was good. I feel in the Phoenix Wright series, the third one was the best just because how it built on the previous two to a really, really, really satisfying conclusion. And I think that Apollo Justice is a better first game than the first Phoenix Wright. Mostly because they had a chance to actually, improve everything that they liked in the first one. Also, the last case of Apollo Justice was amazing.
It was.
It was really, really good. And it did a really good job, I thought, of tying in Phoenix Wright into this new mythos without having to really delve into his mythos. It did a good job of balancing the old and new. Even though a lot of people were annoyed that there was not enough old in the new.
In fact, I heard, and this may just be a rumor, that it wasn't very popular or as popular in Japan just because it was so much new.
That's what I've heard. I mean, I don't know how true that is.
Mm-hmm.
But the next game we're getting in the series is yet another completely reinvention that's starring Miles Edgeworth.
Yeah.
So,
but that doesn't mean Apollo's dead. They're just putting that on hold until.
That's what I'm hoping. Following that, I also really like Time Hollow.
Oh, I still haven't played that.
Which is another DS game that's very much like Phoenix Wright, only you don't have the court scenes.
And
it's all just pure investigation and time travel. But it's much more in the vein of, I want to say more, it feels more like, say, Back to the Future, with a little bit of butterfly effect, but not as depressing.
Man, that sounds confusing.
Well, I mean, it does a very good use of its time travel.
Time to fire up the R4 for that one.
Like, because you can only time travel when the plot lets you. And so you can't just totally screw everything over.
Oh.
Well, there's some. You said that there's like some things like after you've gone through the whole game. You said you could. Didn't you say you could do something at the very beginning of the game?
If you beat the game, you can start a second game, and then from like the very first encounter, you can actually beat the game
because you know
in 5 minutes because your character already knows everything that happens in the first run through of the game. And it's interesting in the very first thing of the game, first case, the first chapter of it, which is, I believe, there's 6 chapters, you can actually technically beat it 2 different ways, and the way that you beat it determines which minor ending you get. The effects are the same, just how it plays out is different, which I thought was interesting. I kind of wish it did more of that, but I think if they did a sequel, they could really, really make it jive.
Man, I love that time traveling crap. Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. But actually, my port of the year goes to Dragon Quest IV.
Boo!
I have some minor issues with Dragon Quest IV, but I'm not going to interrupt you. I want you to go on.
Well, the reason why I put this as my port of the year is because I've never played Dragon Quest IV. I had heard about it, I had read about it when growing up, I never really got to play in the Dragon Quests. I actually didn't get in RPGs until really the Super Nintendo era of Final Fantasy IV, aka 2 in America. So for me, to play Dragon Quest IV is a totally brand new experience for me, and it's really interesting for a series that people know as this, archaic, old-school style game. 4's got a lot of really interesting innovations to it that, some of them didn't, some of them influenced, games in that line, and some of them we haven't seen before. Like, Torneko Taloon, whereas the entire first part of the game is you suddenly are dumped in a little retail simulator until you get fed up with your job and quit and go off to run adventures. I thought it was really interesting, especially how every chapter is a different set of characters until the final bit where you actually combine everybody into one giant group.
Voltron style.
Yeah, like, it was just really neat how they did all these different things that, for a series that everyone says is so archaic and so old school, it's neat to see it when the series was actually breathing new life into the genre.
Though it was actually, after people had already moved on from the NES, it actually chronologically was made, I believe, after Final Fantasy IV.
I don't know. It's been so long. I don't remember. I don't know
anything about RPGs.
I don't think that's right, but I could be wrong.
I will research it and boast in the comment section if I'm right.
And then finally, my actual fighting game of choice this year was Soul Calibur 4.
Soul Calibur 4.
Which was really, really fun. That's the one actually I think we played the most of.
Yeah.
This year, Soul Calibur 4.
Soul Calibur 4.
And I'd like to play more of it, which is why I went and got it, so...
We all have live accounts. Well, me and you need to get a live account.
I will.
Actually, both of y'all need to get live accounts now.
I have a live account.
It's not gold. It's silver.
I still have 3 of those cards.
Oh, okay.
Like...
Yeah, we need to get on that.
I'll do it this Friday, payday.
But those were my top 10, so one of y'all go now.
Alright. My top game of the year is StarCraft.
StarCraft's not...
You gotta pick an 08 game.
No. Hear me out. See, I lost my disc, so I had to buy a new one this year.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Okay. Okay. Oh shit, this is gonna be hard. I didn't have like a whole prepared thing like you did. My top game of the year...
It's because I posted message boards, and these things required. You gotta have your top picks, or else you ain't in a message board, son.
Okay, my top of the year has to be Chrono Trigger for the DS.
Chrono Trigger DS.
It doesn't count. You played it for the Super Nintendo era.
It does count.
So if I've played something in the Super Nintendo era, if it ever gets ported, no matter how well done that port is...
No. It counts.
Okay, Chrono Trigger...
Well, it counts for Eric, because it's the first time playing
It
Chrono
counts
Trigger.
for Lee's, too. It counts. Go, Lee.
Well, anyways, I'd have to put second place is Luminous Arc 2. That's a huge joke, by the way. Luminous Arc kind of sucks. But, it's actually The World Ends With You, because that game rocks.
That game rocks.
That game rocks hard. I mean, I got it, and I was expecting, middle of the road or better. Well, it's Square. You can get some really good stuff with Square, but I was completely blown away with it, and played the thing for hours. Just spent all this time. I felt noise way more than I ever had to, just because it was so much fun. I just go around killing noise.
I never thought there would be a day when a game made by frickin' zippers would be my favorite game of the year.
Yeah.
I never, ever thought that was possible. After seeing what he did to Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, and who was the first one to play The World Ends With You in our group?
Legally? Me.
No.
Do you own a copy? A physical copy?
There's one in my house right now.
That I bought for Douglas for Christmas.
That counts.
Right, that counts after I bought mine. Anyways, it was just one of those things where, especially after Kingdom Hearts 2, and the travesty of story that was.
Oh man, was that this year? That wasn't this year.
No, he's just saying it's by Zippers.
Yeah, okay.
Tetsuya Norma.
Yeah.
As he's more well known as.
Oh, Zippers. What you did to Kingdom Hearts is a crime against humanity.
But then again, my favorite Kingdom Hearts game was Chain of Memories.
Disney humanity.
Which was made by Jupiter, which is the same folks that made World Ends With You.
Yes.
And I think that he's best when he's doing stuff that's much smaller in scope, but he can't let his ego drive everything around. I mean, I keep seeing trailers for Final Fantasy 13 Versus, and I'm sorry. Yes, the graphics look good, but the main character doesn't show emotions ever. How am I supposed to get invested into this guy? I mean,
maybe he's a vampire.
I thought the main character of 13 was a girl.
That's 13 regular.
13. There's also 13 Versus.
Which is an action game done by the Kingdom Hearts team.
which is pretty much Kingdom Hearts without Disney.
Yeah, it's Kingdom Hearts without Disney, pretty much. Yeah.
But is it any way connected to 13 at all?
It's
Yes,
in the
it's
same
world,
world,
different time.
Okay.
Yeah, like all the 13 games are in the same. There's like 4 of them, right? And they're all like in the same world but different time.
The original were like 11 announced.
Yeah.
I think they've cut down to like 3 or 4.
I think it's a DS game, a PS3 game, which is versus a Final Fantasy 13, and then a phone game. So I think we're on to now.
But yeah, so I think when he actually can rein himself in, he can allow some really amazing stuff to happen, and I think Worlds with You is the best example of that.
Mm-hmm. And tied for second is also Tales of Vesperia because
you haven't played Lost Odyssey yet.
Yes.
It very well could be true, and if Lost Odyssey completely blows Tales of Vesperia out of the water,
it won't.
Or even a little bit. We'll see. I'll make my adjust it so I have to after I play Lost Odyssey. But Tales of Vesperia has the awesome characters. It's just a blast to play for me, and it's awesome. So that ties for second. And for third, I'm gonna go weird on third. It's gonna also be a tie. Spore. I played the hell out of Spore, and Spore I can't really. I can't really give it a... It was a hell of a lot of fun, but it was disappointing in a lot of ways.
Well, they couldn't do everything they really wanted to.
Yes.
For what they really wanted to make was a game that really, where you create a creature from a thing and really grow it intelligently. It's just way too complicated to actually do in a video game. So they had to simplify it a lot.
They also dumbed it down because, in their own words, they said they'd rather, someone complained that some other game was more complex and did something better, and they said they'd rather have the cells of The Sims than the cells of this other game.
I think it was Half-Life.
Yeah.
I think they said they would rather have the Metacritic score of The Sims and the sales of The Sims than a Metacritic score of a Half-Life and the sales of Half-Life.
But that's because... And they didn't really get either, I think, because I didn't think they sold as well as they thought they would.
No, but a lot of that wasn't because of Spore, but because of EA's decision on DRM. They wanted to use the Secure ROM, which is a very popular choice among PC games, but Secure ROM is pretty darn crappy, and so a lot of people freaked out over it, and so a lot of people actually pirated it. It's actually, Spore is the most pirated PC game of 2008. Based off everyone, all the torrents, downloads, and everything. Spore is it. And
moving on, I think that it really, when you first start playing it has so much potential to you because you start as a cell. That stage is awesome. The creature stage is kick-ass, even if it is World of Sporecraft, so to speak.
Yeah, it is.
It's not long. It's not very long. I really wish they'd made it longer. All the stages are really short, and the really way you can really get into them is by beating them and going back and playing them again and again and again and making new creatures. And what really bothered me was the last stage, which is the biggest and longest stage, was my least favorite, the space stage, because they made it really, impersonal and kind of disjointed, and it didn't have the same building. You still earned and got better, and you got better ships and better badges that allowed you to buy more things. But it was really disjointed. It didn't feel like a cohesive... It just didn't feel the fun and the free range, when you can only go to this planet and do this and that, and you can't get out of your ship or really control anything but your ship. It really feels kind of...
Now, they are making an expansion where the entire part of the expansion you can actually get out of your ship and actually explore all the planets as if you were a creature.
But even so, the space stage was a real disappointment to me, so it's only runner-up for third. My actual third...
I think that you're right, because in the creature phase, and even in the civilization phase, you get yourself in a much closer connection to them. The creature, you're playing the creature, you're running around doing everything.
Yeah.
And you still get, distance itself a bit by showing you the world, and you still have much more connection to it.
Yeah.
Whereas, you're right, only it's you and the spaceship.
And that's it.
I think if they could have retooled it such that you could actually fly the spaceship everywhere, like sort of more of an EVE Online type of approach, where you actually could set coordinates to various planets and watch your character fly to them, that would change things. But the way that you just clicked on everything, and you watched you go down predetermined lines, Mm-hmm. It felt made too much like Star Fox's, level select than it did like a video game.
Exactly. You just keep level selecting, collecting spice, and sometimes talking to aliens and shit. It was kind of boring.
But I think they could have actually made full-featured games. Even they say they could have had the Creature Civilizations phase.
They really could have.
Which is actually one of the reasons why I actually bought Civilizations Revolutions for the 360. Because I want to try an actual Civilization game, and it seems like a good one to start with. I just never had a chance to play it this year.
Mm. And, so Spore was a great idea, and it has one of the most amazing editors ever for the creatures, and it just falls short in a lot of ways. So it's really a runner-up to what I consider, my, third game of the year. Is actually, surprisingly to me, I'm going to have to go with Soul Calibur 4. Soul Calibur 4 was an amazing game to me, and it was pretty much my fighting game.
And dadgum, you made a lot of characters in that game.
Oh, yeah. I'm a character creator whore. So I made like 12 characters on James's account, and I would have made more, but then he gave his disc back to Basil because he was borrowing Basil's copy. But man, I love that game. It's just so much fun to play and to fight other people, and I could, debate what, the stuff, the improvements and everything from 3 and everything, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to say, you probably know it. It's Soul Calibur. It's great. And those are my top 3.
Number 1, Chrono Trigger DS.
Chrono Trigger DS!
Now, that'll allow you, because you never played Chrono Trigger, so this is your first time to see the light.
Oh my god. I don't like RPGs, guys. I don't like standard role turn-based RPGs. But Chrono Trigger was awesome. It had an awesome story. It had awesome characters, except for Magus. It had.
We'll get that to the actual Chrono Trigger podcast.
It made random battles fun because they weren't really random. They were pre-scripted. This is where you're going to be in the fight. And B, every little random battle started differently and in different ways against different enemies. Like they made all the random battles into almost little cutscenes.
Yeah, where the people fly into place.
Yeah, they fly. Yeah, or they pop out of a bush, or they. That was fun.
There's so many ways that Chrono Trigger leapfrogged the entire genre in so many ways, and in ways that even now we're just now catching up to.
Exactly.
Like, for example, what Eric said, mentioned, first, the battle screen is that same screen.
Exactly, which is awesome.
You don't do any transitions. You immediately jump into battle and go. And the way how, the enemies would sometimes have their own behavioral patterns within each encounter. I didn't see anything like that, again, until Final Fantasy XII. Mm-hmm. Where occasionally you would actually see, some monsters actually fighting other monsters. Mm-hmm. I never saw it again until Final Fantasy XII. And it also had the same, screen fighting and everything.
And hilarious things in Chrono Trigger, just between the little details of the enemies, like watching the imps kick around that roly-poly. And shit like
exactly.
It had heart.
And since 12, the only game I've ever actually seen it again in is Wrath of the Lich King. There are several indications where you'll actually see, which I thought was really neat, one of the neat things they added to it, was that you can actually see the indigenous wildlife in Northrend attack each other.
They actually did that in Burning Crusade. In the Grand.
That's true, but it was a lot more obvious.
Yes, they did it in almost every zone in
Northrend.
In Northrend, whereas in Burning Crusade it was literally in the Grand.
But you know what? This all started in Chrono Trigger. Especially all the things you could do in Millennial Fair, that everything that you do in Millennial Fair would have a consequence for you
for later
on in the court scene. There's so many things that Chrono Trigger did. And it was a time game that wasn't stupid.
Yeah. The aspects of the time were fantastic. The way they used the RPG elements and the whole tied it in with Lavos, and it was just it just floors you.
It's a great game. Let's see, number 2 this year, Fallout 3. Fun game, tons to explore. It's a little buggy, and I wish the combat wasn't based off to hit. The combat is all dice rolling, even the first-person shootery stuff. But basically, all of your skills are based off of to hit, right? And that's really annoying, especially if you want to play an explosives repair guy early or something like that. Well, you're going to pay for it because it's going to take you an hour to kill that bloatfly. Mm-hmm. And you'll expend all your ammo doing it, and that is very annoying.
Yes.
Fallout 3 was one of the games I really, 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 really wanted to play, but unfortunately, due to my motion sickness, I just can't. So, however Bethesda sets up their camera, same thing with Oblivion. I don't think my first-person shooter is Kingdom Hearts, where I just can't play them longer than 10 minutes, or I start feeling really dizzy and ill. And I was really sad because I've seen Eric play Fallout 3, and it looks really, really fun, and I can't do it.
Yeah, it's a fun game, great story, tons of little side adventures everywhere. You can explore it for hours.
And I watched James play, and he went over the ways and decided, you know what, I'm going to screw the main storyline and explore. And he found all tons of crazy shit.
Yeah, tons of stuff everywhere. I'm sure I haven't found a tenth of what's in the game. And then we have number 3, World Ends With You. This fun, great story, great music. If you can survive wanting to kill the main character for the first half of the game.
Yeah. That's true. That is the worst part. He is very much a Norma hero for the first few days of the game.
So that's pretty much my video game list that I'm going to go down 1 through 3. So I'm not going to do a whole 10.
Like, I got a couple more I wanted to mention, like Street Fighter 2, HD remix.
That was pretty.
That was really, really. It's Street Fighter 2, but with some well done tweaks and really, really, really pretty graphics. Bionic Commander Rearmed was really, really fun. That we mentioned before. Mega Man 9.
Oh, Mega Man 9 would have been probably like
Mega Man 9
4th or 5th place on mine.
Yeah, Mega Man 9.
That
Definitely was.
Audio Surf was a really, really neat thing I got to try this year, which is sort of a music game plus a puzzler at the same time. You could use your own music to play.
Yeah, it generates a little one-way racetrack thing, and it's a mixture of filling in puzzle blocks, and it just has it's just awesome to go, whoa, this song now has a curving
Castlevania Order of Ecclesia, another really good Castlevania game on DS. Portrait Room was okay, but it wasn't that great. It was fun to play, but Order of Ecclesia is way, way, way better. And finally, Yakuza 2, which is a game I really wanted to play this year, but never had a chance. Yakuza is a really, really neat series in that it's a brawler RPG, and that it plays like an RPG, like completely with like random encounters. Like you're actually this Yakuza guy in like the downtown Tokyo, and as you're wandering around, like guys will come and go, "Hey, I'm going to beat you up," and you suddenly go into a random battle. But instead of a menu screen, you're in a brawler. You're like in a Streets of Rage like thing where you actually have to use like punches and kicks to beat your enemies. And a lot of times there'll be tons of stuff in the environment like chairs or light posts that you grab and smack them around with.
That's cool.
It's got some of the best storytelling in the genre, and it's a really neat game that no one ever talks about. And it's just something that the sequel here is really good. We just now got it. And it's Yakuza's a great series, and I just want to say, Yakuza's cool.
Have you ever heard of Legend of Legaia?
Yeah.
Yes, heard of it.
Didn't like it.
It was okay, but
I liked it for integrating the whole. It made sort of a fighting game RPG, sort of.
Sort of. I thought Xenogears did it better.
Well, yeah, probably.
Because all your special moves were like button presses and.
Yeah.
A lot of times you had to use fighting process. Anyways, that's going way back to PlayStation 1 days. So.
Yes.
And we're coming up to an hour. Do we want to go on to anime, or want to save that for...
Say that for another day.
Save that for another day?
Perhaps next time we may give you our anime top million
picks, because there's lots of anime to go around too.
But
that's true. So until next time, we're out.
Bye.
The hive cluster is under attack.